All right, so let's start with the first lesson. So you need T4 or T5. So these two are the same thing. Like previously, there was only MT4 and now there is MT5. So it's about choice. You can decide to use MT4 or MT5, but we have what we call broker. So I'll explain broker as we go along. So if you want to trade, you need a broker to be able to enter into the market. So if you want to trade, you need a broker in order to enter into the market. So when you're trading, this is like you. So it is you, the broker, and then the market. So if you want to trade, before you can say, I want to buy this, I want to sell this, you are doing this on the market, but you cannot do this directly. So the broker is the one that connects you to the market, right? So just like you want to make phone call, but you need the network provider to be the one connecting you to the person you want to call, right? So the broker is the one that does that. So when you sign up your broker account, they give you like a details, a login and a password. And then with that login and a password, you can enter those details into MT5 or MT4 to trade. So some brokers are going to limit, some brokers only have MT4 compatibility and some have MT5 compatibility. So if your broker that you decide to use has only MT4 compatibility, it means you need MT4. And then if it has MT5, you use MT5. But previously, we only used to use MT4, and now like MT5 is like a new update of MT4. So most brokers have MT4, and a few of them has also added the MT5 to it, right? So MT4 is the most common one, but MT5 is new. So new brokers are now adding to it. So it's not all brokers that you can use MT5. So that is the difference, right? So you need to get an MT4 and MT5 for those of you who don't have it. And another thing that you need is TradingView. So the MT4, you can download it on your phone. And you can also download it on your laptop. Right? So you can have both on one. So if you need assistance with any of these, let me know. Right? So the next thing you need is TradingView. So TradingView is a platform that we use for analysis. So if you want to know what the price of what you want to buy or sell is, you need TradingView, right? To be able to show you the graph of what the market is saying. So currently, what I'm on right now is TradingView. I am currently on TradingView as we speak. So what we need to do is to go to TradingView.com, right? I am already logged in. So let me log out and show you how this works out. All right, so I'm currently logged out. So let's go back. Tradingview.com. When you come to tradingview.com, this is the page that you see, right? So you see this icon here. When you click on it, it will say sign in. So if you have a Google account, you don't need to, if you don't have a Google account, you can go to, if you have used like Hotmail or any other thing, you can just go to email and then sign up with the email. Or you can sign with your Facebook, you can sign with your Twitter, iCloud, LinkedIn, Yahoo Mail, any other thing. But if you have a Gmail, you just click on Gmail, and it's if you have your Gmail account already saved on your machine, it will ask you to choose which one if it's more than one. And if it's just one, you select which one you have to select. But if you don't have it saved on your machine, it will ask you for it. So when you click on it, because I'm already signing, that's why it takes me directly here. But if you are not signing, it will take you to a page where it will ask you to select a username, a username you want to use, and then when you click, it will take you to this page. So on this page, there are a lot of information here, but your focus is on this session here. You go to charts, there is market, news, screeners, community, more. So you go to charts and then you click on it. And when you click on charts, it will bring you to this page with a graph like this. But when you open it, your colors are not going to be like this. Your background will not be like this. Things will be a little different. This is like the way I have customized it. And I think this would also be showing like that. So when you come here, there's a lot of things you can do. This is like a platform that shows you the price of whatever you are trading, right? It shows you the price of the instruments you are trading. So it's a tool. It can be customized, different colors and all that. So we'll take it one step at the other. I don't know if I should teach this now or I should teach this later. All right, let me just go ahead and teach this. So when you come here, let's take them one after that. This side here is where you have tools. So this is tools section, this side here. And then when you come here, this is a search button. So if you click here, you can enter anything you want to search. So mostly if you are looking for something to search, let's say you're looking for Bitcoin, you can enter Bitcoin here. And then you select the option that you're looking for. The next one is the time. So when you are trading, you choose to show the time that this graph will display. So you can choose, currently it's on 1 hour, you can make it 2 hours, you can make it 4 hours, you can make it 6 hours, you can make it 12 hours, 8 hours, and different times. It's up to you, right? Okay. And then the next, after the time, is the type of the graph. So you can change the graph from, currently what we have is candles, which we will look at later. You can change it to line, you can change it to bar graph like this. And when you click on the drop down menu here, there are so many other options that you can use. But the common one that we'll be using will be the bar charts, the candlesticks. So these are the candlesticks. And then let's leave compare aside. When you come here, this is indicators. So I'll talk about indicators later. If you want to have certain other tools on your chart, so when you come here, you have indicators like this blue line here. Right? You can have something of this sort on your chart. Yeah, the other thing is not really that important. All right, so let's come back to the tools here. So when you come here, every single session is like a toolbox. So for example, when I bring my cursor here, you can see there is a side arrow that pops up. When I click on it, it shows me all the tools inside. When I come on the next one and I click on this arrow, it shows me all the tools that are inside, like that for all of them. So the first one is the pointing tools. So this is a crosshair. So a crosshair, currently you see what I'm pointing right now. It's like a cross. So it shows me like a line to the side and a line to the downside. So the line to the side is showing me the price of the instrument I'm trading. And the down one is showing me the date down here. And this shows me the price. So if I bring my cursor here, I'll know, let's say this point here, I'll know the date here is 27th. The date down there is what, 27th January 2022. And then if you look to the right, extreme right, you see that the price is 1.41256, right? You can use another, instead of using a crosshair, you can select the dot. It will show you the same thing, price to the right and left. But you see, instead of a cross, this is like a dot on the screen. And you can use an arrow, so it can show us an arrow. And then you can also use an eraser. So it should show us an eraser. So if you've drawn something on your chart, you can use this to clean it, right? So these are the pointing to the one I like using the most is the cross. The next one is the trend line. So we have different type of lines that you can use. So we have the trend line and so many other things. The common ones that I use is the trend line, the arrow, horizontal line, horizontal arrow. So let me use this to explain. So you see here, I have some tools here. The tools here are my favorites. Those are the ones that I use. So I don't have to come here to look for them. So if a tool is something that I'm going to use most of the time, I will favorite it. So when you put your cursor here, you can see there is a star here. Watch this section here. You can see anytime I click on the star, this one is added. I click on arrow, this is added. I click on horizontal line, it's added here. Yeah, right. So when I close it, all the tools that I use most often are right here. So if I want to use a tool, I just click on it and use it. I don't need to come here to look for it again. The next section is shapes. So we have a brush. A brush is like a freehand tool that we use to draw. I'll show you what we use that for. We have a highlighter, rectangle, a curve, a triangle, and then rotated rectangle. So those are what I use. I've favorited them and they are all here. I'll show you how to use them. And we have text, different ways of text. Right, you can play around them. But the common ones I use is the call outs and then the text. I'll show you how that works. And you might not really use this, but in the future, when you start experimenting with some other things, when you're now comfortable with a lot of stuff and you know what you're doing, you can play with some of these things. But for now, I don't think you need them. And then we have what we call long position and short position, which I'll explain later. We have price range and some other things here you might not need. And then we have here, this section, we have stay in drawing mode. So I'll explain what that means later. Okay. All right, so those are the things that you need for the tools for now. So since we look at tools, let's look at how to draw the tools. So let's start with the highlighter. The highlighter is like when you click and hold, you can use to highlight. But this is what I mostly use it for. If I want to highlight this section as a high, low, half a point, like those points that a marketer is going to, I'll use my highlighter like that. Anytime you click on a tool, this small box pops out. When it pops out, you see this pencil pointing down here. When you click on it, you can change the color of your tool. If I just change this to red, anytime I click to change to red, I can change it to another color, yellow again. When I click on the settings, I can show which time my highlighter would be showing. So when I click, so it's here, everything is checked. But if I uncheck, let's say hours, it means anytime I go to the time and I change it to hours, it will not be showing. The point will be there, but it will not be showing. If I uncheck dates, a day, it means when I go to the daily time, that it will not be showing. I hope that makes sense. If you have any question, you can always get back to me on that. Right. If I've done a lot of things like this and I want to delete them, I can select them one after the other and delete them. But example for the highlighter like this, anytime you click on it, it keeps on drawing. So if you want to, so right now the highlighter is what is selected. If you want to unselect the highlighter, you go back and click on the pointing to. Now when I'm clicking, nothing is showing. If I've drawn a lot of things like this and I want them deleted, I can click on them one by one and delete. Click on it, this pops up and delete. If I want to delete everything, I can go to the pointing to and select eraser and click, use it to click it and delete. But if I want to delete everything at once, I'll come here. This one is the remove drawing. So when I click on the arrow here, this is what remove drawing. And then when I click on it, it removes all the drawings from my graph. Right? We have the two like the triangle. So you click one, you move it to another point, you click, then you move it to another point, you click. It's a triangle. So you can move it this side. You can move this side, click and hold and drag. Click, hold and drag, right? And when I told you earlier that anytime I bring up a 2, this pops out, right? So here we have 2 sections of the color. We have the first one, which is the line color. That is the outside line. Currently it is black. I can change it to red, the outside line. And then the inside line is the background here. Let's say I don't want any background. I want the line to show. I can make it white. Or when I click on any color, you see this pin here, I can make it dim, make it disappear or increase. So it can be any color, but I can reduce it and then it will just be the line. Right? I hope it makes sense. So you can play around this. If you want to make it thicker, you see the line 2 width, and you click on it, you can change the color and make it thick. So 4 is the thickest. And 1 is the thinnest. Right? You can change the color to anything. If you want to delete, you can use this or use this. Or click on it and then delete. You can click, right click, and then use remove to delete it. So that is pretty much how to use all the tools. So if you are drawing a line, if you click on it and you click and then you drag to where you want to put it. So anytime you have a point on something that you've drawn, it means if you click on where the point is, you can and hold, you can move it around. You can make it small. You can change the location. You can do a lot of things with it. And then here too, you can change the color to anything you want. Change the thickness. You can also change the style. Let's say you don't want a straight line, you want it dotted. You can use this one to do that. So that is pretty much how the tools are. So we'll know which tool to use when and when. So for example, this is a horizontal arrow. If I put it here, this is a line. Let me change it. So this is a line that starts from here and goes into the, from here and goes into the future. The difference between that and the horizontal line is when I click a horizontal line, the horizontal line goes from the past into the future. So it goes back and goes into the front. But this one, the ray only starts from where I put it to the future. Right? And we have other tools here, which this is a rectangle. The same way you use it, you use the triangle to edit the inside color and all those things. You can use this to also do the same thing. right? So arrow is like the trend line, but it has an arrow on top. So mostly used for pointing direction and stuff like that. So as we continue to use them, you understand when to use each two. And it's about preference because someone would want to use, like, let's say I want to draw a level here that this point is important to me. I can use the horizontal ray. Somebody might use the horizontal line. Right? Somebody might use the rectangle to and stretch it along here like this. So it's about preference and what someone would want to use. So you can use different tools in a different way, right? Does it make sense? I hope so. All right, so we are done with the tool section here. Now let's come to this side here. This side is called Watchlist. So initially, you see when I was talking about this point here, I said you can search for something. Let's say you're looking for Bitcoin. You're looking for Bitcoin, you can search for it here, which means everything you need, you can search for it here. But if there are things that you need most of the time, you can put them here instead of going to search them here so that you can just click on them. So if you want to put something here, you click on the plus here and then you type whatever you are looking for. And then you use this plus. Anytime you click this plus, it needs to be added to your watch list. So here you see, I look at all these are things that I constantly look at. So I've added them here so that when I need them, I just click on them. Click on them. All right, does this make sense? All right. So this is an overview of TradingView. So this is a tool, and you would be able to like you'll be able to get used to it as you practice. So first of all, get your MT4, MT5, and get your TradingView and start practicing with some of the things that I just talked about. And then we'll take it from there. So I might not want to combine multiple lessons, so I'll record another lesson for something else. So I'll end this, and even though I talked about MT4 and MT5 initially, I'll name this as a TradingView overview. All right. So see you.